to the channel and the stream. I am Books Nelson with the At Me Bro Show. We're going to be doing a deep dive on De'Aaron Fox, the pink diamond version from the Buzzer Beater collection. And the main question we're going to have is, can he compete with Russell Westbrook? I think that's his main competition. A lot of people will throw John Wall in there, but the consensus amongst the community is that they generally prefer Westbrook. Super OP dunk animations. Generally fantastic dribbles. I do think there are reasons to pick John, but John also doesn't have Hall of Fame Intimidator. So that's the main competition. I think John is much more diet Dwayne Wade if you're looking for that kind of player. So we're gonna take a quick glance at what he's bringing to the table from a badge standpoint, and then we're gonna get right into it. So we know from the ratings, he's got a 97.3. This is with Coach Boost. 97.3, 99 midi, 99 driving layup, 90 driving dunk. He's got everything, 99 ball handle. And let's look at those athletic ratings. What we're really going to be concerned with is the defense and the athleticism. So we see the defensive rebounds at 57, not super great. Obviously with Westbrook, it's like a 90. Perimeter defense is a 99 though. That's excellent. His interior defense is a 56. Bad, but not the worst we've seen on a guard. Steals a 95, which is excellent. Block, nothing to write home about. The lateral quickness is 97, which is excellent. Speed is maxed out. Speed and acceleration are all completely maxed out. His vertical is a 90. His strength is a semi-respectable 66. All right, and so yeah, that's pretty much that as far as that goes. So obviously looking very. We know what the guard brings to the table. He's gonna be fast. He can dribble. He can pass. He can shoot. He can dunk. He can do all of that at a really high level. This is a card where the animations are really gonna be what separates it. So let's make sure he's not missing anything as far as the badges goes. So got Hall of Fame clamps, excellent. I'm just gonna shout out the significant ones. Hall of Fame Intimidator, fantastic. Pick Dodger, great. Pickpocket, tireless. Chase Down, that's a really big one, and he has Gold Intimidator. So that's a big point for him versus John Wall. As I will fire up the chat here, see what you guys are talking about. And he also has that pogo stick, which will help him out a lot. If he's in the post, you can just kind of keep jumping until you get help, which is okay. So he's got tight handles. Looking for that Hall of Fame ankle breaker. That's what we wanted to see. Hall of Fame dimer, downhill, floor general, excellent, excellent. And he's listed at 6'3". I could have sworn he was 6'5" in real life. He's listed at 6'3". Definitely want to take a look at his character model versus somebody else of a similar size. So we'll be looking at that as well. I'm on my personal account, not my At Me Bro account, because I didn't want to spend the MT on that account. I'm doing a thing on this account where I'm going to I sold basically everybody except for Kobe and Odom. I was up to about 250 MT, picked up Fox. If Fox is keepable, I will keep Fox because I literally do not have a usable point guard on this account. So let's see here what the chat's talking about. All right, and with the shooting badges, these are important too. The important one for him will be, okay, it is worth noting he does not have Deadeye, which is pretty useful on these types of cards. He also does not have, it looks like they've just stopped giving cards the accursed steady shooter. Gold range extender, gold quick draw, and Hall of Fame green machine in difficult shots, which could be very, very useful for him. Same thing for catch and shoot. All right. So getting into his animations directly. Yo, Gavin Weegar, Sir Jam, and Giovanni Swishlord. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that Pistol Pete as well. All right, so we see his behind the back. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's not good. He has a mediocre behind the back. Between the legs has a bit of a delay on it. Don't love that. Crossover. Big delay on the crossover too. So far we're kind of striking out on the transition dribble. So okay, so the saving grace, he does have a gorgeous hesitation left stick crossover. If you're new to the channel, you're not familiar with this, is basically you do your hesitation, grab turbo again, and then with your left stick you want to push over. Extremely strong dribble, considering the fact that once you activate this hesitation, you can wait to see what your opponent does. And his hezi behind the back kind of keeps in place. Okay. So let's see let's look at the in and out real quick. And then we're going to get to his shot and his half-court dribbles. Okay, nice in and out. All right, let's look at the shot. Great hot zones. He's only missing one key hot zone for point guards. And a gorgeous shot. All right, so now we're going to get into the most important dribble he could have, which is the hezi. Okay, he's got the Pro 3 hezi. This is excellent. Excellent. So he has a Pro 3 hezi. So let's see what that looks like. Great. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to say you might want to grab him over John. His character model's pretty big. He does have the hair. All right, we're gonna look at the character model in a second. Let's look at the rest of his dribbles here. So the Pro 3 is a big. Okay, he like John doesn't have the greatest step back in the world. So that's a big minus versus Russ. Russ has a gorgeous step back. Fox, his step back is not super great. So you're definitely going to be playing more around the Hezi than the step back. But his Hezi's fantastic, so that's perfectly fine. All right, so let's look at his combos here. What's his between the legs look like? Looks like he has a slow between the legs. Yeah, he can't kill a crossover. So he's not, I would definitely say he's not comparable to Russ. Because Russ is just going to be, yeah, Russ has the superior general ball handling. Yeah, Fox doesn't have the greatest ball handles in the world in terms of like overall general stuff. It's totally saved by this Pro 3 Hezi though. Like as long as you have this, you can Hezi around the perimeter there with this kind of thing. You can definitely get mileage out of it. Yeah, he's not a great dribbler to be honest with you. His between the legs kind of sours me on him a little bit. He's not bad by any stretch, but Westbrook is still, I think, the superior card out of these three. His between the legs is just too slow, and the between the legs is key for a lot of combos in the game. So if you were looking to really cook with this card, you might have to rely on the momentum dribble. Let's see what his momentum looks like alone. So he has an excellent momentum. This momentum, this really fast momentum, you can really zigzag with this. It reminds me of Michael Jordan. I believe Allen Iverson has something similar. So with this kind of card, you can cook with this card, but I would definitely say the double momentum and the momentum handles mixed with the pro hesitation is what you're going to rely on to get this card to really work for you. He doesn't have the step back to rely on. It just doesn't create any space whatsoever. Um, and let's see his behind the back real quick. His behind the back is a little slow. There's a big hesitation there. So some people have a really great behind the back where it doesn't feel like they've been nerfed at all, right? Like it just doesn't feel like they have any slowdown. He feels like he has the more nerfed version of the behind the back. It's not bad, but it's definitely not as quick as some. Like if I do this with my point guard in Rec Center Pro Am, it's pretty quick with that. Like you can use it straight up. This guy, he has a little bit of a delay there, which I don't love. And the lack of the strong between the legs means there's a lot of combos that he might not have access to. So we're gonna look and see if he has the double cross. No, he doesn't. He has that weird. Yeah, he can't double crossover either. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put him in terms of as an individual playmaker. I would put him significantly behind Westbrook because we know that Westbrook has like possibly the best dunk animations in the game. His dunk animations are totally unreal, and he can create those dunk animations by constantly spamming like his step back and a whole bunch of awesome dribbles that he has. Whereas De'Aaron Fox is a good card, don't get me wrong, but you do have to rely on this game plan right here, which he's going to be excellent at. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm downplaying it. But if people were thinking, oh, he's going to be like a possibly, because he looks taller than Westbrook might be. I don't know. Maybe he's not. But if you were thinking you were going to make some profit by getting rid of Wall or Westbrook, like if Fox comes down in price, I don't know if he can really play that role for you. I think he fits in line with most of those cards. And he also has the gold range extender versus Hall of Fame. So there's that as well. So I would definitely say I would 100% put him behind Westbrook. Even though Westbrook doesn't have quite as slick of a release as Fox, like Fox is going to be real strong with that. Like you go around the perimeter and you do this kind of thing, that's going to be really, really strong with Fox. And if you run that kind of game plan, then he would be better for you. But if you're about creating off the dribble and going to the basket, I still think Westbrook is probably the best out of all of these cards. With John Wall as a potentially close second, again, the lack of Intimidator and the much inferior rebounding could sway you away from Wall, although it is worth noting that Wall has excellent perimeter defense in terms of the actual ratings. Like he has a good shot contest, good perimeter defense, and all of that stuff. So he might play defense better than a card without Intimidator normally would play. Usually when cards don't have Intimidator, they don't have the defensive badges they don't have the defensive attributes to make up for it. But my main criticism with the Fox card is there's not a lot of creative freedom with the card outside of the standard game plan of you're on a perimeter, Hezi, side switch. You have the other side switch, which isn't as fast on him, This one right here, he kind of stops completely. He doesn't turn the way like Steph Curry does. Steph Curry, he actually turns and starts moving right away. Let's see if he has the behind the back teleport. He does have the behind the back teleport, which is a big plus. So you get those rebounds, you run out to the perimeter, you can throw that behind the back teleport in there and get to the basket very quickly. So we're going to look at his layup and his dunk package real quick, and then we're going to look at his move-in shots. Thank you, Average Human Life. I appreciate that. Ooh, what a gorgeous layup package. That's a big plus. Wow, that was incredible. All right, so he looks like he has one of the best layup packages in the game. That's fantastic. The speed up on that. Yeah, yeah. So his layups are a huge plus. Huge plus. Let's look at his Euro step. Wow. All right. Yeah, so I would definitely give his layup package a big W. And we're going to look at the dunk animations before we get out of here. So here's strong hand, ball hand. There we go. And just to make sure that that's his strong hand. I believe he is right-handed, right? No, he's left-handed. Okay. So that was his right hand. Let's look at, so this should be his strong hand. All right, that was a solid dunk. He had a little bit of a gather on it. Let's try again. Going to the strong hand. Okay, he had a speed up, but again, a bit of a gather. So it looks like he might be a weak hand dunker, which is very strange. So this is his weak hand dunks, which are very strong. So if you guys don't know, for most cards in the game, what's up, Alan? I see you. They dunk better going to their strong hand than they do to their weak hand. Some cards are ambidextrous, where they can dunk equally well with both hands. So he seems to be more on the ambidextrous side. I wouldn't call his left-hand dunks weak entirely, but they definitely are weaker than I would expect them to be for a left-hand player. So you see all of these dunks have a bit of a gather, right? The one dunk that didn't have a gather going to his left hand was the hand switch dunk, right? So this is right hand, and that's him switching to his left hand. We got a bit of a hop there. Let's see if we can avoid that. Here we go. And you see that. No slowdown, no gather whatsoever. Just straight up momentum all the way going to the basket dunk. There we go. That's a nice strong dunk with his strong hand. So what might wind up happening is if you're in the half court, he's going to give you some gathers if you're like way below the three-point line. But if you're in the full court, you can probably go up with either hand with equal strength. I tried to get a really far gather there. See if we can get one from out here. There we go. Yeah, so I would label him as a mostly ambidextrous dunker, but in the half court he might be slightly better going to his right hand, just ever so slightly. Not enough that it's like some cards I would suggest that you try to get to your strong hand whenever you can. With Fox, I don't know if he's that bad, but there is a bit of a gather on his left-handed dunks, which is kind of weird considering he's a left-handed player. His right-handed dunks seem to be generally stronger. All right, let's look at his flashy and his forward dunk, and then we're going to get out of here. His flashy's a reverse dunk. That's kind of strange. We'll also look for his baseline reverse dunk too. See if he does that. Some cards, no matter what their dunk rating is, they just don't like to do the reverse dunk, and which is a big deal because the reverse dunk is a very strong animation in the game. See, he did a reverse layup. Westbrook is going to a reverse dunk 99% of the time. So is Dwayne Wade. And he doesn't seem to like to reverse dunk. What that might mean is he may not have that dunk package. He might not have a good baseline reverse dunk package, which knocks him down a little bit as well. Yeah, he doesn't have a baseline reverse dunk package, which is an important thing to know about a card. I don't think I have any cards. Maybe Kobe has it. See if I can find somebody with a baseline reverse dunk package. See that? He did it the first time through. So that's the thing. Is like when a card has that dunk package, you definitely we'll use Kobe to check the size of this De'Aaron Fox card as well. When a card doesn't have the baseline reverse package, it's definitely worse because that baseline reverse package, even if you're contested, it'll still allow you to complete those dunks as opposed to getting a blocked layup or a blocked dunk. It's the strongest overall dunk package in the game because it's the hardest to block. So we see Kobe's size here. Really big character model for a 6'6". Kobe feels a little more like a 6'7" than a 6'6". And we're going to see if we can see Fox by comparison. All right. We'll take a quick look at his character model. So yeah, I would have to say I'm a little disappointed in De'Aaron's dribbles overall. I'm not seeing the just general like for a person like me. Like I think for the average player who doesn't really dribble all that much. You see this? So try not to look at his hair. Let's look keep an eye on his hands and his feet. It's very hard to believe that he's 6'3". I'm almost inclined to believe that that's a typo and that he's either 6'4 or 6'5 because Kobe's a pretty big 6'6", and you can see here De'Aaron Fox is not much smaller than Kobe. So I would consider De'Aaron an above average size point guard. Let's see if we can get another guard in here. Who do we have? Okay, Donovan Mitchell, who's listed as 6'3 as well. Let's see if Mitchell gets smaller than Fox. But yeah, I think he's a good card. Don't get me wrong. Because I'm not using John Wall on my other account, I don't know if I would keep this card or sell him and get John Wall. I do like the fact that he has Intimidator, so that might, and I do really like his jumper, and I really like his momentum dribble. So that would lean me towards Fox. Maybe he is 6'3". He appears to be the exact same size as Donovan Mitchell. So maybe he is 6'3". Looking at his feet as well, see if they grow. Yep, he looks to be the exact same size as Donovan Mitchell. All right, so let's do a quick little dribble freestyle. See if I can find anything else with this card that I like. The problem is if you have a bad step back and you have a bad between the legs, I don't know. I mean, I do like his momentum. His momentum is very strong. Don't get me wrong. Didn't mean to rhyme there. Really nice hop dunk. So that's super cool. Quentin Huff, what's up? What's up? How you can go 12-0? Get a good set and be really good. That's really what it comes down to, man. You just gotta learn how to 5-out and stuff like that. I think if you know how to 5-out and you know how to dribble and you can shoot with all your cards, you will go 12-0 if you keep grinding it. As long as your defense is up there. So the one thing I'll say with this Fox is his momentum dribble is really good. Like, it's a really good momentum dribble. But he doesn't burst that much out of it. That's the thing. So it's like, even though the momentum itself is good, he doesn't explode out of it. So yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to sell this card. Even on my new, because I'm gonna do a totally like rebuild my team series because I haven't been on my old account for months. I sold everything and I wound up with about 250k MT left. So I'm like, oh, that'll be fun, starting this from scratch. But to be honest with you, I don't. For me, De'Aaron Fox isn't a keeper. It is just too many cards with a better step back and a better between the legs dribble. Like, he really crawls on this between the legs dribble, and he can't do the double crossover. So he's just a little limited in the half court offense. You know, you have to just rely on this. And I don't like cards that only have one way to attack. You know, and this is great. Don't get me wrong. This is elite, and I think he's a very good card. But I do think he is a good, from an offensive standpoint, I think he's a solid step behind Westbrook and Wall, who are pretty close to each other. I personally take Westbrook because of his ridiculous animations and stuff and the rebounding. But if somebody like Wall more, I totally get why. The one thing I would say for Fox is his jump shot is really excellent. If he had Hall of Fame range extender, I might give him a little bit more because it would just give him that extra. I don't think Hall of Fame range extender is necessary. But yeah, I just think it knocks him back a little bit. A little bit. He's a good card, not a fantastic card. If you don't have a point guard or if you're running with diamond point guards, he's probably better than all of those. I can't think of a diamond point guard off the top of my head that I would play over him. So he's still worthy of being called a PD, but he's at the bottom of the good PD point guards. All right, guys, I hope that... Well, let's look at his leaners before we get out of here. Because he does have that Hall of Fame... I believe he has Hall of Fame difficult shots. His leaners are pretty slow. Be honest with you, his leaners are very slow. I don't see they just go up a little slow. I don't see anybody like using that. Let's see what his hop shot is really nice though. So that I would say is a go-to game plan. So the final verdict is this card should be a monster in the pick and roll. I just don't like that his dribbles are a little slow. The combination of difficult shots, a very strong momentum dribble, gorgeous hop shots, and a gorgeous jumper overall with the Pro 3 animation, you should be able to dominate with this card in the pick and roll, but not so much in isolation. I wouldn't trust him as much as I would trust Westbrook or Wall or Dwayne Wade. All right, so that's going to cut it for me here, guys. I hope this helped you out. And that's pretty much it. He's a good card, not a great card. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all of your likes and your subscriptions and the support for the channel. And I will see you in the next one, which will probably be a look at Tony Kukoc. All right? Peace. All right, before I get out of here, I see Quentin Huff is asking um, Hawks 5 out works. Yeah, if you just go to Hawks, what do you call it? If you just go to Hawks freelance, Hawks 2018 freelance, and press pass screen away, you will 5 out, and that'll get you what you need.